And here we go, we're starting up the game. I don't think this title screen looks particularly visually appealing, but it was created by Kaze. This is the guy that makes a lot of the really big ROM hacks. And to start this off, we have the file select screen. Now the song is actually Mario and Luigi, Partners in Time. It's the Peach's Castle theme. So that's the remix that's being played, and that's pretty cool. Now I'm going to be kind of talking about all the different remixes and stuff like that, as well as anything that's just original music. So this is a pretty interesting thing, just the fact that the freaking file select screen is completely in 3D. That was a very brilliant idea, and there's still 4 files. We can even talk to Toad and Peach. Let's go ahead and see what this Toad with the sunglasses says. He says, "Hello, I can delete your old save games for you. After you've talked to me, I'll show you a menu, okay? If you want to delete a file, just select it with the D-pad and hold B, A, and Z for 2 seconds. So it's a little bit different deleting save files, but I'm not going to be deleting any save files anyway. But if you did want to do so, that's basically how it's done. Let's go see what Peach has to say. So I mean, we're saving Peach. It's just weird to see her in the file select screen. So, hey Mario, welcome to another adventure. Before you head into the adventure through one of these doors, I want to explain to you a few different things that are different from the last one, okay? Firstly, Leica 2 won't be filming you anymore, and now the R button is used to center the camera behind you. That's right, the camera for this ROM hack is basically handmade by Kaze himself. How I feel about the camera, we'll kind of get into that as we're going through. Anyway, with the D-pad, you can now control the camera horizon. Hold up or down to try it out. Then, many stars have cutscenes, which you'll also see later, that give you a hint as to where the star is hidden. So there are in-game little cutscenes, which is very, very cool. You can skip those with A if we want to. There's also many new power-ups that often have new functionalities you can use by pressing the L button. And what's really interesting about the power-ups is the wing cap, metal cap, and invisible cap is not found anywhere in this game. They're all brand new, and there's 12 power-ups. And we're going to go through those as we're going through each world. And lastly, you now have a separate air meter, and we'll get into this when we get to a water level. That means you won't be filling up your health at the surface anymore. Have fun, and that's a very, very cool feature. I cannot wait to get to that. So, I don't know what file to do. I guess we're just going to do file C. We're going to do that. So, we're starting off with a cool little intro cutscene. Just kind of Kaze showing off his, his hacking skills, because, most hacks don't go to this extent. And boom, there's some meteors, and here we have prickly Piranha Plants. You might remember these guys from Super Mario Galaxy. There's going to be a lot of brand new enemies and a lot of enemies from other Mario games that have never been in Mario 64. So to kill these guys, simply just bounce on their head. Simple enough. Now you may notice something. I shouldn't have gotten hit there, but you may notice that you no longer have 8 hit points. You now have 6 hit points. So getting hit by that guy took 2 hit points from me. So basically, you just kind of need to... There we go. You just kind of have to lure him to nod his head down, and he ends up giving you blue coins. And the coins are, of course, retextured, look a lot better. So it's just, there's a lot of very new, cool things in this hack. Oh gosh, that's not, okay. There we go, we got it. So that's basically all we had to do to start. Then Peach says, "Thank you, Mario. I feel danger coming. Mario, you have to gather the stars to protect Mushroom Kingdom, as you would expect." So the first place we're going to go to is, I forget the name. It's Wildlife Valley, so that's the first place we're going to go to. So before we do that, let's just kind of explore for a little bit. So this is the hub world. There's no music, which is really, really interesting. Now, we could go into this pipe. There's a level there. We're not going to do that yet. And there is also a level at this cup. But again, we're not going to go there quite yet. Now, if we walk up to the castle, there's actually no way to get inside. As you can see, there's actually like a little lock in front of the door, so there is no way to enter the castle. Remember the first time I played this, that really surprised me. I was like, what the heck? We're not going in the castle? That's really strange. And there's also the spaceship which we'll be eventually going into. That's not what we're going to be doing today. Another interesting thing to note is, remember the durians from Mario Sunshine? Well, they have made a return. You can actually kick them around and stuff. We'll be using those a little bit later as well. A lot of this stuff, we're using later on. I know I keep saying that, but anyway, let's go ahead and check out the first level. And the sign says, "Do not consume." So, Wildlife Valley, as you can expect, this is a Yoshi-themed world. And before we get to that, just look at the file select screen. Now, obviously, it looks very different. You know, there's some meteors falling, you know, a lot of different colors. There's new music. The music is actually the Super Mario Bros. 2 character select screen music, which is, I think, it's a perfect remix to include at this part of the game. So the first course we'll be doing, Star 1, is Touch Fuzzy, Get Dizzy. And that's actually a reference to level 1-7 in Yoshi's Island. Now, my guess why the first world is a Yoshi-themed world is because Kaze loves Yoshi. It's been his avatar for years, so he's just a big Yoshi fan, and it makes perfect sense why this is the first course. Let's go ahead and hop into here, and here is the first cutscene for Star 1. As you can see, there are fuzzies, which we are going to run into, and there is the first star. So the first thing you're basically going to need to do is you're just going to go across this bridge. Now, we're going to be exploring this level a bit more thoroughly in a little bit, but for now, we're just going to kind of be showing you how to complete Star 1. So it's very, very simple. You basically just have to climb up here. As you can see, the coins just look phenomenal. He did a really, really good job with the coins. I really like how they look in this hack. I didn't mean to run into that. So if you touch the fuzzies, just like in Yoshi's Island, you know, the game kind of goes crazy. Your controls get all messed up, the stage looks all insane. Now, just because the stage looks all crazy, it's still the same layout, it's just a visual effect. But just obviously try not to touch the fuzzies. And that's where the challenge of this star comes in. It's having to avoid the fuzzies, because you need to go up this bridge to get to the star. So in order to do that, well, see, there's wind that also happens, so you really don't want to touch the fuzzies because your controls get all messed up too. So I'm just going to kind of stand still. Okay, there we go. Just try not to touch any more of those guys. Those are definitely bad news. Okay, that was a bit of a risky long jump, but we made it through. And my ground pound did not work. There we go. So we got the star that time. Another thing you might have noticed is the UI. The UI, you know, the life, the star count, the coin count, you might have noticed that it's not really in this hack. Well, I shouldn't say that's not in this hack, but you don't always see it. So here's the second star, Little Rabbit Lost. So continuing on with the UI, basically it only pops up whenever you actually collect something. So right now you can't see it at all. If you want to see your star or coin count, you can pause and you'll be able to see it that way. But otherwise, you're only going to see the coin count, when you're actually collecting coins. So that's a little bit different. I do wish there was a way to toggle on and off the coin and star count, but that's just personal preference. So anyway, Lil Rabbit Lost. So so the goal for this star is basically to rescue a rabbit. So before we go ahead and do that, I'll just kind of show you where the rabbit is. He's trapped in jail. We can even talk to the parents, you know, see what's going on with that. And maybe they have something useful to say. Well, let's see. All right, what do you have to say? I bet these tap-taps took our son. If you want to beat them, try luring them into the swampy area. And that's what we're going to be doing. All right, do you have anything to say? Our son went missing. I bet these tap-taps have something to do with that. Okay, so it's basically the same thing that the other rabbit was saying. So anyway, these tap-taps, these are another enemy from Yoshi's Island. And they kind of function the same way. Not exactly. So basically, what we need to do is get a key to unlock the rabbit from the jail. So you have to find which tap-tap has the key, and I'm going to go ahead and show you which one it is. It's one of the tap-taps over here. I believe it is this one. Alright, sometimes they're a little funky and they don't want to follow you into the pit. So generally what I'll do is I'll just kind of let them hit me into the swampy area, but I tried to just not have to do that. Yeah, they can be really finicky. So, oh, there we go. Alright, and there you can see the key's very, very tiny, but it is there. So we collect the key, we've gone ahead and opened up the jail cell, and we have freed the little rabbit. So the last thing we have to do from here is just talk to the big rabbits again, and, you know, they'll thank us, and they'll get us the star, and we'll basically be good to go. So, another very simple mission. Alright, thank you, you saved our child. We want you to take the star to show you how thankful we are. Well, thank you very much for that star. And yeah, you know, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't go and kind of like re-detail the stars. You know, he updated a lot of the textures in this game. I thought maybe he would have updated like the quality of the stars, but it appears it's kind of like the same, you know, as the original game. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to Star 3 and see what we have to do. So Star 3 is going up the giant tree. So this is another pretty easy star. So basically all we're going to do is we're going to go into this tree and we're going to climb up and we're going to get the star. And doing that does not take too much effort at all. Again, it's the first world, so I mean, you really can't expect anything to be too difficult. So just getting there, pretty simple. Just kind of stay on the right, do some long jumps, some jump dives, get there a bit faster. We're going to head into this tree. Now, do you recognize this music? You might recognize it. It's Dark Cloud, Divine Beast Cave. So if you do recognize that, then that's basically what this is from. We're gonna go ahead and climb up here. It's pretty self-explanatory. What I do really like about this star in particular is that the platforms, while it is, you know, kind of challenging to get up, the platforms aren't so small and minuscule to the point where it's like annoying to climb up. Because there's a lot of stages, like just as an example, Tick-Tock Clock isn't the most fun stage to climb up because the platforms are so small and they're moving. But here, you know, it's really not too bad. It doesn't take too much effort to do, which is nice. I guess since I've been talking about music, I haven't really talked about the music in Wildlife Valley itself. So when we get back into here, we're going to go ahead and do that. You guys might really recognize this music. So Star 4, Find the Lonely Momoki. So this music is actually from Super Mario 3D World. It's from Piranha Creeper Creek. If you remember that level, it actually kind of has a similar-ish theme. Like the colors and stuff are kind of similar to the Mario 3D World level too, which is pretty cool. So anyway, basically what we're gonna do is we gotta find a blue monkey. I like to call him Blue Harambe. So here he is, and he looks a little funky. What does he have to say? Huh? Oh, you found me. You're the first one to talk to me in a long time. That's really sad. That's very sad. He says nothing. Want to play tag? Dude, of course I want to play tag. So that's what we gotta do. We just gotta catch him. That's basically the star. Now, an interesting thing about this star is I remember when this game first came out, catching Momoki was, I think that's how you pronounce it. It was very, very easy. Like, it took me literally like 1 second. Now, you don't have to like dive into him like Mips. You basically just have to, you know, like get near him and you're good to go. You caught me. Thanks for playing with me. I want you to take this. I want you to take this. I gladly will. But yeah, in the earlier version of Last Impact, catching the monkey was a lot easier from what I can remember. Maybe I just got lucky or something. But from what I can recall, it was really, really simple. And there's another cutscene. This cutscene is basically showing where another level is. And we're going to be going to another level in a future video. But anyway, let's continue on with Star 5. So I'm going to be showing you where all the red coins are. It's very easy in this world. They're kind of all in the same place. So they're all up there. It's really, really simple. But we're also going to be doing 100 coins at the same time. So I'll be showing a bunch of different coin locations. I won't show every single coin you can get, but I'll be showing, you know, a large amount of them. So an interesting thing about Wiggler in this game is instead of it being a boss or whatever, you know, you get coins from it. So I remember doing that for the first time, and that just kind of struck me as just really interesting. You know, all these years of playing the original Mario 64, I just never thought I could see it as a regular enemy, but, you know, with ROM hacking, I mean, really anything is possible. So there's a lot of, you know, 5 sets of coins. So there's some on the bridge, and there are some up here, which is pretty nice, and there's more coins up here. And this is why I wish I could always see the coin counter, because I can see 33 coins, but if I've been looking for coins for like 5 minutes, you know, I can't just quickly peek unless I want to pause the game to check my coin count. So next, we're just going to go ahead and climb up here. So the first red coin is right in between these rocks, so pretty simple. Go ahead and dive up here. We'll grab this coin here. And the rest of this is pretty self-explanatory. Now, the only challenge to this part of the stage is that these little cloud platforms do fall. So basically, all you have to do is just make sure that you're moving quickly across, and you should be fine. There are, whoops, I messed that up. There are fuzzies, of course, that can throw you off, but the fuzzies aren't too difficult to avoid, and even if you do touch them, they don't respawn. So there's really, the only thing at loss here is, you know, maybe you'll fall from a fuzzy, but even then, it's pretty unlikely. All right, there we go. Okay, I gotta get this coin over here. I'm gonna try, I don't know why I didn't long jump the first time. Okay, there we go. So much, okay. I'm a little rusty, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's go ahead and get these last 2 coins. And that's basically it. So now we're up to 57 coins. The star is spawned very, very close to us, but again, we're not going to get it quite yet, because it's just going to save us more time to just do the 100 and the red coin star at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and head over here, and there's a prickly piranha plant that we can get. And we definitely want to try to get those because they have, you know, the blue coins, which is really nice. Oh, I forgot about these. There are some coins in the swamp too. You know, now the coins look blue. I wish they actually equaled blue coins. That'd be really cool. Also a little cheap though. But anyway, let's try to. Oh my gosh, let's try to not touch them again. I'm kind of glad I went back there. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the Piranha Plant just because pretty easy, 5 coins to get. Even though I was kind of struggling with these guys at first. There we go. There we go. We're good to go. Let's not talk to the monkey again. I mean, I feel bad for you know, beating him in tag or whatever, but whatever. He'll get over it. Okay. Some coins up here. So a lot of the coins that you'll find are near the beginning of the level. And there are more coins in the swamp, which we're gonna end up getting. I'm just getting some of these Goomba coins for now. Alright. Now, I believe you can also get coins from tap-taps, but there's really no reason to do that. There are some much easier coins across here, so I'm just going to get a few of these. I really don't even need to get any more because there's 2 wigglers, and there's even coins in the swamp, too, where we can also get blue coins. So, even though you can't jump that high in the swamp, you can still jump high enough to get coins, which is nice. And then there we go. We got our 100 coins right there. Very, very easy. So, I mean, this level itself really isn't that large, so that's where a large majority of the coins are. So, if you just get a lot of the coins from, like, the Wigglers and, you know, the Piranha Plant and stuff, then you should be able to get them pretty quickly. So now we need to go ahead and head back and get our red coin star, and then we'll move on to the final star. Alright, we've made our way back, and boom, we got it. Now up to 6 stars already. So now onto the final star, but first we have this little cutscene. And as you can see, there's the moon. So this is a Majora's Mask reference. Really interesting that he kind of threw that into the story. I wouldn't say it's the most complicated story, but for Mario 64, I mean, there's actually a lot of stuff going on. We'll talk to her later, but for now, we're going to go ahead and finish up the final star, float through the sky. Now, basically what we need to do is we need to get to a really high rock platform. There's a star all the way up there. Now there's a lot of ways to do this star actually. A lot of people will use BLJs or backward long jump tricks to get across, but I'm actually going to do this the way it's intended, just for simplicity's sake. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with the more advanced techniques to get this star. What I'm going to be doing is heading on over to this these little wood platforms, and I'm going to be climbing up here. We have not done this yet. Alright. These platforms are a little steep, but, you know, still pretty easy to get up. So, basically, what we need to do is we need to ground pound. Alright, so as you can see, basically, you kind of need to ground pound kind of like the branch, and that way you'll get these little floaty things. I don't know the exact name, and, well, okay, they're leaving without me. But the idea is that you basically travel with those things. I don't know what the exact names are. But, anyway, let's try this again. Hopefully let's not fall this time. So yeah, we're gonna travel all the way over here, and this is the intended route to completing this last star. And a little, difficult to kind of figure out the first time. You know, there are ways to climb up here as well. You know, some people will kind of do, like, very, complicated wall jumps to get to the top, to the star, but this is the intended route that you are supposed to take. I guess I should probably use that box. There we go, that makes it a little bit easier. And that is the final star. Oh, okay. Now it's the final star. Finally got it. So there you go, guys. That is World 1 in Mario 64 Last Impact. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. And tune in next time where we are going to be covering World 2. And that is about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a great day.